Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am just gonna bring you guys through a quick packing list. I am heading out tomorrow to Wyoming I got a 2-day elopement and then another elopement a couple days later. And one of them is gonna be a backcountry elopement. So we're hiking 24 miles round trip out to Island Lake in the Wind River Range. And so this one's gonna be a little more unique. I gotta pack in a tent, sleeping pad, quilt, all those kinds of things on top of my camera gear. So I figured it'd be really cool to bring you guys through a little packing list of what I'm gonna be bringing with on this trip. So this right here is everything laid out. So I got my luggage over there. Eventually my camping stuff will go in there for the flight. Got my camera gear over here, my tent, and then this will be my camera bag with some books that I'll bring with and read. And then I got some more camera gear over there on the table. I'm gonna start off here with some of my camera gear, what I'm bringing with. So I guess start off for beginners. I got the Big Agnes Copper Spur UL3 tent. And so the reason I got the UL3 is backpacking tents tend to run a little bit smaller. So I like a little extra room. This way, for this trip, I'm gonna be solo. Hannah's not gonna be with me. But if she was with me, this gives us a little extra space for gear or just room in the tent with 2 people because it's more, can fit 3 people, but it's really, really tight with 3 people. So a little extra space never hurts. So that's why we went with this one. So that'll be actually going in here for the flight, but then it attaches right to the bottom of my bag with these clips, which is really nice. And then I also got my tripod, which I'll bring that with. So if we do star photos, if I want to capture any landscape photos around nighttime, I can do that. And then I like to throw some of those into their gallery if I do capture any landscape photos, which is a nice bonus. Got my water bottle there. And then in this back pouch is where all my camera gear is gonna be. I got 2 camera bodies, 5D Mark IV with an 85mm lens. I got my main workhorse here is my Canon R5 with my 24-70, love this thing. And then this here is just an L bracket. It works good to actually just hold the camera, but it also attaches to my tripod. So I bought it when I did a lot of landscape photography, so you can easily just flip your camera around and it's super convenient. So I really love that thing if you ever want that. I also got a 100-400 lens, and then it has a quick attach for the tripod on the bottom as well there. And then I got a 16-35. So this one is kind of my favorite for landscape. So if you're looking for a landscape lens, that one's amazing, especially for the mountains. And then I just got a bag here. This holds my CF cards for my camera, and then it also holds my batteries, and then I got my SD card holder right there. So that's everything that goes right in here. And so yeah, it just all packs up really nice. And then we also upgraded to these thicker camera straps from Shimoda. So this bag is a Shimoda 50 liter. Highly recommend it. It's a really good bag, especially if you're doing elopements, landscape photography, anything like that, any kind of adventure. It carries really well, packs a lot of gear. And then obviously you can use it for backpacking. But these camera straps are extra. You got to buy them separate, and they're just thicker padded. They're super, super nice. So highly recommend it if you're gonna be carrying a lot of weight. Just in the top here, I'll be putting more stuff in here. I got to put a bear canister in here for the backcountry with my food, but I got my sleeping pad is gonna be in here. I got like 4 headlamps in there, amongst other things. So this can carry a lot of stuff. I'll put some extra layers in here. Right now they're packed in my luggage, but I'll bring my down jacket, maybe a rain jacket depending on weather, and then a couple extra top layers for staying warm at night because it's supposed to get down to like 45 degrees. So a little bit cooler. And then in here I got just the footprint for the tent, just so it protects the bottom. And then I got my little backpacking pillow as well. So not too much in there. Another spot where I can put some extra layers if I want to, but there's just a lot of storage in this bag, like I was saying, so it's perfect for travel, backpacking, anything like that. So that's all that. And then just some extra stuff I'll bring with on the elopement. I'm not gonna pack this into the backcountry, but this is a hold fast camera holster. So I like to use this during ceremonies when I need 2 lenses, a long and a short, and it just gives me a little bit of variety, really fast and convenient. But I don't use that throughout the whole day, so I won't bring that with into the backcountry just because it's a lot of extra weight. And then I got this JBL speaker, which I will use for first dances, anything like that. And then I really love this thing if I'm gonna shoot around forest or waterfalls. This is a circular polarizer. And if you've never used one as a photographer, highly recommend it, especially if you're gonna photograph like waterfalls, forest, anything like that. It just takes that shine off of everything, that glare, and it just gives it a really nice polished look, I guess, is the way to say it. But yeah, and then I'll bring my flash with, which is over there. I won't bring it to the backcountry just because it's extra weight I don't need, stuff like that. Then moving on from my camera bag, I also bring my laptop bag. So in here, obviously, my laptop, I got a MacBook. It's a 13 or 15 inch, something like that, 14 inch. So that'll come with. And then obviously, gotta have the charger. So bring the charger with. And then I use these laces. So this will be my storage while I'm traveling and shooting. I'll back that up onto there. And then I can start editing sneak peeks, stuff like that. And then I got some reading material. So I've been big into reading the Bible this year and been doing, this is like my 3rd time through the Bible for just this year. And so I got this thing called the Bible Recap, and it's a chronological reading plan, and then it summarizes each reading as you go through the sections. So I'll be bringing that with so I can keep up on my Bible reading plan and studying that. And then I got a book right now I'm going through called Becoming Like Jesus by Matt Chandler. And so far it's been really good. It's about the Beatitudes. And so if you're looking for some good reading material, highly recommend that stuff so far. In this bag, obviously, like I said, my tent will go in there. But I just got some t-shirts here that I'll have. I got some long sleeves that I packed in here. I like to have some long sleeves personally when I'm hiking in the backcountry especially, just because I'm kind of pale skinned and I don't like to burn. So I like to keep the sun off of me, and that's just convenient. Plus it helps keep the bugs off you a little bit too. And so I always like to have some long sleeves with me. I just got myself a nice travel microfiber towel in case I need that. Some sweatshirts, shorts, underwear, you know, kind of the basic stuff. I got like 3 pairs of hiking pants and a bunch of socks. And then I got 2 sets of hiking shoes. So one is more of a breathable, lighter shoe, and then the other one's more of a higher top, boot style, waterproof shoe. So I brought both of those, and then a pair of sandals just for when I'm not busy hiking. Just kind of let the feet breathe and a little more comfortable, a little more relaxed. That's everything I'm bringing on this trip. I still have to buy a couple things. I'm still gonna buy a water filter. I gotta get that at REI on our way down there. And then I gotta get a bear canister. So I gotta get a couple things. So I'm excited though. First backcountry elopement of this year. And we're going to one of the most like beautiful places in the Wind River Range. And so it's gonna be sick. Can't wait to take you guys along on that and show you guys just all the behind the scenes of what that could look like if you guys are interested in doing a backpacking adventure elopement, whether it's in the Wind River Range, somewhere in Idaho or Washington. But if you guys are interested in that, honestly, reach out. I love this kind of stuff going into the mountains, and it's so worth the hike if you're willing to put in that extra effort. It's not for everybody, but if that is your thing, it's a really, really sick experience. Otherwise, this is everything I'm gonna pack, and we'll see you guys out in Wyoming, and I'll take you guys along with for that video as well. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up in the next video or two. See you guys.